A special thank you to my friends at Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, it's officially been a year. Y'all, it has officially been 1 year since I did a big chop on my hair, and I absolutely hated it. But y'all, this particular time around, instead of the way I behaved the other 3 big chops that I did, I chose not to hide it. Anytime I've done a big chop in the past, I will hurry up, go to the shop and get some braids, or I'll go get me a wig, and I will hide it until it was a length that I felt comfortable wearing out in public, which ain't no harm in that. Do what make you feel comfortable. But this particular time around, because I was like, I had a platform at this point, and I wanted to show little girls and other women, or anybody else, period, that you don't have to hide you beautiful in whatever state you are. You know, insert the corny. Aww. So that's what I did. This year, I wore my hair at whatever length it was. If I wanted to throw in a ponytail, I did. If I threw it on a wig, I did that too. But overall, I wore my hair, and I'm very proud of how far I've come. I went from this to this in 1 year. And so a question that I get a lot of times is, Faye, how have you been growing your hair? Now, I don't make a whole lot of grow your hair content because, let's be honest, a lot of it is bullcrap. It is not backed by science, and a lot of these videos, respectfully, they will say, do this and it'll grow your hair, but they don't have no before and after of them doing that one particular process with consistency, so they have no proof that it's actually working. It's really just entertainment. So if that's the type of video you are looking for, I'm not that type of channel. Sorry, Chad. But if you are interested to see what I did to help grow my hair to a really nice length, as well as a recap on my journey with alopecia areata, baby, keep on watching. Roll that beautiful beauty footage. Hey, child. Let's get this video started. So, like I said, it's officially been 1 year since I cut my hair. Well, almost a year. Almost a day was March 2020. Oh, that year. Oh. It's officially been 1 year. So I did take some notes because I just get to rambling and talk about everything but the reason that brought you here. So I got some notes on what we're going to talk about in this particular video. So let's start with why I did a big chop. So August of 2019, I was stressed out, and I'm the type of person, you know, when I'm going through a bad time because I do something radical to my hair. I was just like, I just wanted to alleviate some stress and make my wash day lighter. So I texturized my hair with a relaxer, which means I left some curl in there, but it did change my texture. My hair was fine. It stayed healthy. I didn't have any bad experiences. I was able to play with products that I was not able to play with when my hair was of a tighter texture. And overall, I had me a good old time. But where it went wrong, oh my God. I did a box dye, honey. I did a honey blonde box dye, and from there it went downhill. I noticed my wash and go was getting thinner and thinner. My hair was getting drier and drier. It was tangling up more. It was just behaving in a way I was like, baby, this is not right. And how can I have a hair content channel when my hair is damaged? So I said, you know, we're gonna be a big girl and cut her hair. So I cut it into a cute little bob. It was cute, but that was like the baby steps. And then I went on ahead and big chop. Do I have any regrets? Getting a box dye. My cuts and trims. So I cut my hair in March, then I cut it again in May because I was feeling a little sassy, whatever, getting hyped up, feeling real grown. And so that was in May. But then in July, I called myself giving myself a trim. And you know, with this Panasonic and me doing my own hair at home, I wanted to go to the shop, but I just didn't feel safe yet. And so I gave myself a trim, not realizing I was cutting off way more than I should. So it ended up actually being a cut in December of 2020. I went to the shop for the first time, and the stylist evened me out. Honey, she was like, baby, you got so many layers in your hair, it's ridiculous. But I finally got it cut into pretty much an even place. So that has been my journey with cuts. What do I do for growth? There's only 2 things that I do for growth outside of maintaining a healthy routine so that I can retain that growth. Sidebar. This is gonna be a very unpopular thing on the internet, but I'm just flat out tell you, what you do to retain your hair is way more important than what you do to promote growth, because your hair gonna grow whether you like it or not, because that's what your body does. But if you ain't doing something to retain it, it's just growing and breaking and growing and breaking and growing and breaking, and you're just wasting your time. What am I doing for growth? 2 things. Number 1, I take hair and nail vitamins. I take 2 different brands. I try other things sometimes, but the 2 that I repeatedly purchase is the Main Choice and the Curls Blueberry Bliss liquid vitamin. I rotate them out every 3 months or so, just so I just like trying new things or whatever, so I do rotate them. But my primary vitamin is the main choice, because with it being doctor formulated, what I can say about them is they formulated it to be a 1-a-day vitamin, so I can take that and not need another supplement as far as vitamins go. So that is what I prefer to take. The other thing that I do is keep it real simple and use a hair growth oil. I make my own just because I find pleasure in that. I research what worked for me. I got it to work, and baby, their hair be busting out the scalp. But due to COVID, I have chosen not to make that available for purchase anymore. It used to be, but I'm not doing that until I feel safe shipping you something that you're gonna apply to your body. But there is a store-bought oil that I actually trust, and it is the only growth oil that I endorse you all using, and that is the 100% Haitian black castor oil from Creole Essence. They have a different variety of these, but the one that I use is the one that is infused with lavender and hibiscus. I've used this when I've not been able to get my supplies in due to COVID. It really messed up shipping, and so sometimes I would be without my growth oil. So when I have to go to the store and purchase something, I purchase this, and it is because it is very similar to the recipe that I make for myself. So I 100% endorse using this. I'll leave a link to it in my description box. But yeah, that's all I do to grow my hair. I take hair and nail vitamins, I apply growth oil, and I massage it in so that the oil can get down into my follicles, stimulate some blood flow, which induces growth. But that is it. I don't do no whole bunch of monostat, rice water, aloe vera, and all of that. If that work for you, honey, do whatever work for you. I'm just telling you, I'm too grown, I'm too old to be mixing all these groceries and all this other mess in my hair, talking about it's about to grow. What I do to retain it though is the most important thing, and that is to maintain a consistent wash day. Now, there have been times in the winter where I'll change things up based off what my hair needs, or if I'm coming out of protective style, I'll change things up to see what my hair needs. But overall, my wash day steps remain as such. Write this down. Number 1, I pre-poo because it adds moisture and it prevents tangling and knotting when I go to shampoo. Speaking of shampoo, number 2, I shampoo my hair. I know people will tell you co-washing is effective. I don't endorse that. I think that's how you get product buildup. I do use co-washes, be clear, but I use it as a midweek touch-up. But once a week, I'm going to shampoo my hair. That keeps me from getting buildup, which means I'm going ahead and putting moisture on top of buildup, and it's not actually getting to my strands. Then my hair die from the inside and break off, and I'm wondering what I did wrong, when in reality I got buildup. And also, it prevents my scalp from itching. So I make sure I clean my hair and my scalp with shampoo. Then I deep condition. I rotate back and forth between a moisture protein balance and a moisturizing deep treatment. I apply a leave-in because I find that it lubricates my strands when I'm getting ready to style it. I like leave-ins. You'll never take it from me. You'll have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. That's a little dramatic, but that's just me letting you know I don't care what these stylists say. I'm putting the leave-in on my hair. Then I go in and style it, be it with a cream styler for a twist out or a gel for a wash and go. And it's as simple as that. I keep my routine simple, and I do that once a week. Throughout the week, I leave my hair alone. I don't touch my hair, especially due to COVID. I'm at home anyway. I wear my bonnet or a ponytail or braids or something, but I leave my hair alone. I find that the more I leave my hair alone, the more it flourishes. It's kind of like a cat. You give it love, you give it some food, and then it go on about its business. You leave it alone, it leave you alone. Simple as that. And I keep it consistent. Yes, I might rotate the products that I use, and I am actually getting more selective on the product that I use, and I'm really into the ingredients. But although the products may change, the steps do not. Yeah, I make some calculated risks sometimes, but my hair is doing good and I'm real proud of it. So that is what I've been doing for the last year to grow my hair, and I've had a great deal of success. Now, let's talk about alopecia areata. Alopecia areata is an autoimmune disease in which your immune system fights your hair follicles and it leads to hair loss. Now, I do want to say this, I'm not a doctor. There is no cure. I did some research, learned what worked for my body, and this is how I got my hair back. So I will go into a really brief covering of the subject just because I have multiple videos on it on my channel. So in July of 2015, I got some braids and I started a birth control. When I took those braids out, I noticed a bald spot. It was a quarter size and it began to spread. My hair was very dry and brittle, and I had small bald spots all over the place. This went on from July until December. I had no hair growth whatsoever, and there was a very stressful, very emotional time. And I'm going to try not to get emotional in this video because talking about it brings back those feelings. So from July to December, I had no hair growth. And I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I did a lot of reading. And what I found was alopecia fighting my hair follicles meant that my immune system was out of whack. And so I said, instead of me trying to grow my hair, let me focus on healing my body, and a byproduct of me healing myself will be hair growth. So I just want to make this disclaimer again. I'm not a doctor, nor is this medical advice. This is just me telling you what worked for me. So here is what I took in a brief synopsis of it to get my hair back. And again, if you want to see those videos in full, I'll put a video in the iCard and you can go click it to find more information. So I took the very first time around probiotics because I know that good gut health leads to a good immune system. So I said, if I have leaky gut, I need to fix that. So I took probiotics and I removed sugar from my diet, and that includes fruit as well because I wanted to just focus on overall healing. I also took turmeric. I took it in capsule form, and I made sure any brand that I purchased of the turmeric had black pepper in it. Turmeric is good at fighting inflammation, and alopecia is an inflammatory disease. And so I was like, if this is inflammatory and this is anti-inflammatory, put them together. I took hair and nail vitamins from the Main Choice because I wanted to promote hair growth from the inside out while my body was going through the healing process. Next, I got panels done at my doctor to see what I was deficient in. I was severely deficient in vitamin D, which most of us are, so I incorporated that into my vitamin regimen. And then I also found out that I was severely anemic, and one of the side effects of anemia is you can lose your hair. So I said, let me fix that, and I incorporated iron tablets into my consumption of all these vitamins as well. And as I did more research, I found that pumpkin seed oil was good to take because it blocks the hormone DHT. And DHT is responsible for balding. So I said, well, let me take that. So I took pumpkin seed oil in capsule form to block that hormone in me. And the very last thing that I incorporated into my regimen and my lifestyle was black seed oil. Honey, I read online that it healed everything but death. And I said, well, let me see if it healed me. So I took me some black seed oil too. So that is everything that I took. And another thing that helped me was to minimize stress. Stress will wear you out. So I started doing things like exercising and just like doing things to alleviate stress or manage stress in my life. I have not had a bald spot in 3 years or 4. Child, I don't even remember, but I do thank God for that. And that has been my journey. So as far as overall hair growth goes, I just say focus on taking care of your body on the inside, whether it be with alopecia or just your overall everyday hair growth. If you focus on taking care of your body will take care of you. And that's all that I have to say about that. I keep it simple, stupid. I have a good wash day routine. I take vitamins, I apply oils, and I leave my hair alone. And my hair has been good to me. So that's my journey as far as my hair growth goes, and that's what it's gonna continue to be. So with that being said, thank y'all for getting this far. But before we go, shout out to Squarespace again for sponsoring this video, because y'all know what sponsorships I get.
Donations, gifts.
Now you probably saying, Faye, what is Squarespace? I'm glad that you asked. Squarespace gives people a powerful and a beautiful online platform for them to create a website. You can connect with an audience. You can generate revenue through gated members only content. You can manage memberships, send email communications, and leverage your audience insights. You can really generate a feeling of community by commenting and being able to give likes and things like that. You can use their powerful blogging tools to do things like categorize and share and schedule your posts, and you can even use their site for e-commerce opportunities. Squarespace has Squarespace extensions that allow you to manage inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, reconcile and file sales tax, and ship items across the globe. You can display posts from your social media right onto your website, so that people ain't got to go to multiple places. They can come on to your.com, and by doing that, you can really push certain posts, and your followers will be more than likely to share it too, which leads to engagement engagement, which leads to money, 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 money. If you are interested in trying it for yourself, go to squarespace.com and get your free trial on, honey. See what you're working with, see how it works for your lifestyle and for your needs. And when you're ready to actually go ahead and launch, go to squarespace.com/Faye In The City, and it'll save you 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Thank you again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. And if y'all have any questions, leave them down below. Me love you long time. Maki, Dada, and I'm out of here.